Hello, and welcome back to Journey to Rooted Hold. Just finished up the second level, and on to the third. It can often be a surprise when one first discovers that, no matter how skillful one is or adept at one's craft, it is almost certain that, somewhere, there are others who are of equal or even exceeding skill. Whether this competition is welcomed or whether it shall lead to antagonism, it is almost always educational. Professor Tampak Loblus, Dean of Education at Melonfall University. Alright.
What did I miss? Got it.
Just making sure we remember that health is a thing. Alright. Getting into the more complicated orb puzzles now. This does a whole bunch of things. We have to hit it to open this. This is open, this is forced closed. These are both toggles, so there's no reason to hit this again, because we need it open to get through here. We know we only hit this once, but Half might also hit it. I suppose before running through here, one thing I could have done was bumped Half and brought him along with me. But again, I could just bump this door and get the same effect, because I could get Half over here. In fact, I think that's what I want to do, because I don't want... Like, unless I specifically want Half to be able to deal with this door in the future. Well, rather than... The thing I find about these orb puzzles, especially when it's something like this, as opposed to where you have to actually move around, I'm just kind of play around with it and feel how it works. With the, I guess, the more traditional orb puzzle, where you have like 7 doors in a row and then 7 orbs down here or whatever, and you just kind of hit them in any order until the doors are all open. In that kind, it's more efficient to analyze it a little bit instead of just trying to hit things randomly. But in this, just kind of be aware of the options. So I can, for example, I can open this. Well, I can just walk through here right now. If I hit this, this will be closed. Does anything open that? This does. If I hit that, that'll open these. It'll close this, which only opens with this. Okay, so I need Half in this area to hit this. So I guess I can achieve that by doing that. That opens this up, so Half is in this area. And then if I want Half specifically in here... well, it doesn't matter, because nothing's going to close this door now. Just these two. Okay, so I'm going to come up here. Have Half do this for me. What's left? This will open and toggle. I need Half in this area. Okay. Yeah, I have played this before, but I obviously don't have solutions for rooms like this memorized. But as long as we move Half into the appropriate zone, we can get through. Wasn't this supposed to be set up so Half could get through here? I don't know. I wonder if I could get through here. I know you're supposed to go this way, but now that I look at it, you might actually be able to get in here. I mean, I'm assuming that's something that they've accounted for. Getting up here, I had to do that. Getting in here, you had to do this. Which meant Half had to hit this, which means that Half can't hit this to open this. Okay. It's not possible to get through there.
Hey, how'd you get over there?
I don't know. I was just exploring.
Well, explore over here with me.
I can't. There's an arrow blocking me.
Dummy, why'd you walk over it?
I don't know.
Just stay there. Maybe I can come around and get you.
As I was saying, it's impossible to get over here, but Health, of course, finds a way.
Health, stay put.
I'm gonna see what's in the next room.
No, stupid. Just wait here.
So this is pretty much a nothing room here. This is just a dialogue room. And this might actually be the first... Well, I'd say the first real puzzle. I mean, this is a puzzle. But this is where things start to get a bit trickier. We've got to coordinate some actions. We're going to release the roach. Trap the roach there so that Roach Queen doesn't get in here. Because if she gets in here, we aren't going to be able to kill her and then get out. If I do that, yeah, it releases her. We want both of the queens down here, which means I cannot go down south too quickly, because if I do, she'll go back up this way. So I'll wait a couple of turns. Really, if I wanted to be more efficient about it, I could have been rotating my sword there. And again, I don't want to do that. I need to wait again, so might as well rotate my sword. There we go. First place tie. Okay. Wasn't quite sure how efficient that would be.
Here comes our silly Delver.
Hello, Slayer. Nice to see you again. 39th Slayer. So this is, I've dealt with Slayers and other holds from time to time, but this is the first Slayer of DROD, of course. Well, the 39th Slayer of DROD. This is a hold complete wall. I'm pretty sure I know what's on that scroll.
He's going to strike the orb.
No! The Delver can't be that stupid.
Just watch. Just watch.
But we'll wait until we finish the hold, I guess, before checking that. My suspicion is like, the Slayer was supposed to be an unkillable enemy, but people found a bunch of ways to manipulate the Slayer AI in order to kill it. This is probably going to say, kill the Slayer when you weren't supposed to, or something along those lines. Well.
See, I know my Delvers.
Indeed you do. How funny.
It's fun
just
to
gonna
watch
wait.
you, but we should get on with my presentation.
Certainly.
And they let us through.
Students of the Slayerly arts, O privileged pupils, pay close attention, for today I will demonstrate the techniques of removing Delvers.
So I could trap that one Roach Queen there. If I wait a turn, I can send her off, which will make my life a little bit easier in the rest of the room, I think. I had to wait a turn anyway in order to have the Slayer open that door for me.
Unfortunately, we have just one Delver with us today, so our lesson will be painfully short, but more painful for him than us, of course.
I'm gonna just do this. That's fine.
Open the grabbing door.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, does this room do high scores? It does. Okay.
Students, please watch now and take notes later. You will miss important points if you're busy writing.
We have to wait for the Slayer to hit the orb. Then we have to get past the Slayer.
This is outstanding. Pursuit will be necessary.
Not that hard to do. Probably not the most efficient, though. You know, it looked like it was 110, right? So it could have been more efficient with the Roach Queens, I guess. Let's just read the challenge scroll.
Beethro, wherever you go, my wisp will find you. Come back out into the auditorium. I want the students to see us.
Listen, I got my own plans. They don't need to involve you bleeding all over the floor. But if that's what you want, that's what you'll get.
Ah, do you have any idea how ridiculous that sounds? I am 39th Slayer. You've met your unmaker. I shall remove you from the beneath, and I'll do it with flair. You will be applauding my impeccable maneuvers, the likes of which you've never seen.
You talk too much.
Yeah, the Slayer does like his words. Okay, so the challenge for this room is to enter facing west and don't turn. I believe we might need some Slayer assistance for this room then? So enter facing west and don't turn. This just opens that door, we don't need to worry about it.
Beethro, wherever you go.
Let's not listen to that again. We already did it. Okay.
Come back out into the auditorium. I want the students to see us.
Listen, I got my own plans.
Alright. So this is where things get a bit tricky. How can I deal with these roaches? Maybe if I bring the Slayer closer. Interesting, if I wait here, he doesn't move. His voice is so quiet. Kind of bothers me. Ah. Okay, well I didn't die. Okay. Well, we're just gonna do this. Thank you, Slayer. Hit this. Again, do that trick to spread them out so that we can do them both at once. I think we should be fine. Just come up here. And of course, have to hit the orb again.
Good. You're returning to the auditorium.
Westward O. Not too bad. That room, 77th place tied. That was actually my most efficient clearing of that room. Despite the challenge restriction. Oh dear. That's fine. I normally, when I'm playing through the Architect Edition era holds, a lot of those have had lots of people play through them, so I kind of set a rule where I wouldn't accept a score below 50. But I'm not going to worry about it, because obviously if I wasn't doing the challenge, that would be the way I would try to optimize this. But I don't think I need to beat that room again without the challenge for the video. That's something I'll do on my own when I feel like optimizing that. And yeah, the challenge makes this room a little bit more interesting because you have to figure out how to deal with some of these roaches in trickier ways.
Good students. A delver can always be found by the tendrils of the wisp. With patience, it will always reach him, and your route will be clear. You see how it is impossible for our delver to escape the wisp's touch.
Right, so the wisp, just getting a little bit of a tutorial here on how that works. It'll be an important mechanic later. At the moment, the only thing we can do is hit this orb. So let's do that. Alright, short circuit the wisp. It's going to send Slayer around, wait for him to follow the wisp trail. You know what? Yeah, change settings, sound. The problem is orbs. Orbs are the problem. Yeah, there we go. Because like the roach spawning sound is also really quiet. So So now it's more reasonable.
Now he has sealed himself in, but eventually he will again expose himself to the wisp.
Oh, everything feels so loud now. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, well, kill the roach queens, of course. So now we have to hit all 3 of these orbs to gain access to the last roach, but each time we hit an orb, we give the Slayer access to us. You know what?
He comes out of the little chamber. It will not be long before he is removed.
Let's just do this. Can we do this from here? Yes, you can push a Slayer this way. Oops. Being familiar with close-range Slayer moves makes
Our demonstration will continue in the west end of the auditorium.
things like that a little bit more doable. I think the intention here was that you just had to make sure the wisp path was long enough that you could get in and out without the Slayer doing anything, but what we did works too.
Always trust the wisp. Its path is perfect and should not be questioned. I lay my judgments aside and follow the wisp. I know it will not fail me.
That looks like a challenge scroll. Right, so we hit this orb, that opens that. We hit this orb, which opens this and closes that. We don't really have any choice. Have to do it.
Gah! My mistake was made. Intentionally, for illustrative purposes.
Yeah, so this is demonstrating that the Slayer can kill monsters for us, and also that the Slayer is dumb. 2 very important lessons. Challenge, stab the roach. Okay, apparently there is a way to do this. And I would guess the way to do it then would be to get the Slayer to stab this orb. Okay. That should be doable.
I will give you the hug.
If we do this maneuver again, we can push the Slayer back.
The job is done.
Okay, let's actually turn our sword to face the Slayer. Come on. Take your step. Push you a little bit that way, turn, and like that. I can't really explain how these work. It's just after you've played with Slayers for a while, you kind of get used to how pushing them around feels. So I happen to know that the Slayer, in this situation, always tries to mirror your sword position when you are 2 tiles away like this. And so you can take advantage of that to push the Slayer around and do nifty things. Then do this. That gets the Slayer again with this push. Where if we step here, I mean the Slayer would be safe, but the Slayer prefers to play it safe and step back instead of be right in your face. So again, this kind of a maneuver. This will allow me to have the Slayer hit that. Slayer's not actually coming for me. Interesting. 2 wrongs make a right.
Gah! My mistake was made. Intentionally, for illustrative purposes.
So in this case, his mistake being that he hit the orb for me. Cool. I don't remember that challenge at all, but that was pretty good. And again, like I said, I've played up to about level 10 in this. Not on Steam, obviously, because I'm getting the achievements now, but...
Wait there. I'll be along shortly.
Okay, let's just kill you. Do we want to hit either of these orbs? No. Of course, it's a faster way of doing it. Oh, barely turned that in time. We want the Slayer to hit this orb while we're in here. Is this close enough? Can I threaten the Slayer? Yes. Okay.
This
However, I'm now stuck. Okay. Slayer will go and get the orb because he sees the door is shut. I wasn't expecting to make use of that particular feature of the Slayer, but I guess that came in handy. So yeah, another thing about the Slayer. I said he was dumb, but he is smart enough to know that this orb would open this door, and so he's trying to get to me. And as long as we're not too close, because there's short-range Slayer moves and long-range Slayer moves, so as long as I move out of range, so he's not trying to make short-range moves, his long-range move is to follow the Wisp. And the Wisp tells him that there's a door, and he's like, okay, I guess I'll go open that door then. Okay, let's see, you're gonna hit this. Let's do that so that I can get in. And, oh, never mind. Alright, that's not gonna work at all. Okay, well we can lock the Slayer in there. That's kind of funny. And since we've done that, let's just have the Slayer kill this for us. Not quite how I intended to do that, but it works.
Keep running, Delver.
Ah, yes. So we can manipulate the Wisp to directly cross that path. Let it hit us.
Oh no. I'm sure someone will come along soon and let me out.
Now, the challenge scroll there is almost certainly going to be don't trap the Slayer. I can't imagine what else it would be in this room. It could be a truly awful don't turn your sword challenge, maybe, where you have to use Slayer manipulation to kill all the Roach Queens. Would that even be possible? I don't know. Probably not, actually. I don't think you could stab this one. Like, this one, maybe? The others, no? Don't strike the orb. Okay. In that case, let's just go. Again, I'm not too concerned about this because I know how to prevent the Slayer from, well, if the Slayer's hook is at an angle, I know how to push him back out of this, but I think he would actually turn it directly to face me. So in that case, let's just... Thank you for that, I guess. Let's just get the Slayer over here. Yeah, okay, from there... He did... So he stopped chasing me because he just made a... short range move. There we go. Short range move. Gives us enough time. That. Yep. Get around him. Oh, you're not moving. Okay, good. That should give us enough time to get out. Alright, this last one is going to be a little bit trickier. I'm just going to see what happens if I do this. You're on an angle, so I can push you. Am I able to actually get you out this way, though? I don't think I can get around this corner. If I turn this way, you're going to do that. If I turn this way, you're not. Then I do that. Yeah, I don't think we can actually deal with you there. Let's hit the checkpoint on the way out.
How could I take so long?
I didn't need to turn there. Oh, let's... wait a minute. Okay, you're gonna go. Let's get you to turn your hook. There you go. Oh, unfortunately, I'm screwing this up because I need my hook to be, my sword to be facing this way.
The job is done.
But I can. Whoops. I can be doing stuff like this. I'm totally doing this really inefficiently. This is not going to be long enough. Especially since I'm going to have to wait here. Okay. Let's try that again and be a bit smarter about it.
This maneuver I've seen before.
Okay, let's get you here. Oh. So we go here. There we go. That's how you do it. Make sure that we're not... We're not crossing over. Oh, his wisp isn't moving because I'm too close to him. Well, there's no point in doing that because from here he'll just step across that way. So we'll go back like this. And then hopefully... he didn't turn his sword. He didn't turn his hook. This isn't going to work again. Man, my timing is the worst there. Okay, well, I can get up this way. Oh, okay, no, that was long enough. Free and equal. Okay, both of these toggle this. This just demonstrates that the Slayer will in fact open a door. So if we hit this orb ourselves, it's not great. But if we do something like that, Slayer can hit the orb for us. And there we go. Slayer helped out with the clearing a little bit. Let's see, this is... there we go, that's health.
Wait there, I'll be along. I will give you the hook.
Gonna kill a few roach queens.
A bad way to go, Delver. That door doesn't open from this side.
Got it.
Thanks, Alf.
This really makes me look bad.
Here's our first trapdoor, which I guess hasn't been introduced anywhere else in the hold yet. But obviously, you know how those work, that just stops Beethro from getting in. Beethro is too heavy, he will drop the trapdoor. Half is not heavy, Half can run across it, and the trapdoor will stay up.
Got it.
Alf, hurry up.
Yeah, and you can just sit here forever, the Slayer's not going to do anything.
Hey, don't leave. Slaying time. Wait. Yes, stay. I still have to kill you.
That particular line of dialogue is something that I missed, at first, because I knew there was no reason to go back, but I'm going to go back anyway. No, we're not going to stay. The trapdoor. There we go, we get our first trapdoor level of the hold. The trapdoor, for all its simplicity, is an extremely useful device for any dungeon architect, and, properly used, it shall lead to fame and wealth. Not only does it allow the architect to create masterly traps, it also enables him to receive an ongoing maintenance stipend to ensure that trapdoors are replaced regularly. From a keynote speech given at a Dungeon Architects Association dinner.
Don't think you've gotten away.
So this level is quite the departure from everything else. The first 3 levels are all kind of just horde rooms and a little bit of Slayer manipulation. But here is where, I mean, we still get a lot of horde rooms because it's Journey to Rooted Hold. It's a lot of horde rooms. But we have to start being a little bit more clever about utilizing terrain to our advantage. So as I said on the previous room, can't drop those. Can't drop those. Which means we have to let that roach... We have to let that roach stay. Because we have to go around.
Runner number 82, reporting for...
Yes, there's a Delver here that's causing trouble. Send word down to the Empire. Beethro Budkin is approaching. Send reinforcements.
Yes, sir, right away.
Not too hard. I guess this is kind of a tricky point here. Because you have to stand on the trapdoor and wait. Well, you don't even have to wait. You just have to step on it and then step off of it so that the roach through that way. This room I remember quite well. Don't turn your sword. I remember this because this was a huge pain to figure out a sword orientation that would actually let me work. Finally, last time I did this, I realized that this roach was really the main problem. And it's going to end up here, which means I either have to face this way or this way. And I really like having a northward component because I'm going south and then north. So this is the orientation that we're going to be using for this room. There we go. We have not turned our sword now because we've entered that facing. Let's kill this roach queen first because our sword is not at a good angle for that. Red door being introduced here. Drop all the trapdoors to open the red door. Which gives us a problem. In fact, I think I've lost already. Yeah. Okay, already we're having an issue here. Alright, well, I guess I can kill you by going around, so what's the problem? The problem is that you come in this way. So we can't go down here. I don't remember the actual solution for this, I just remember that this is the sword orientation that I want because of this roach queen. I mean, I guess we could chase her this way, but we're going to be coming in from this side, so keeping her pinned on roaches is not really viable. Okay, we can get you by coming around this way. How are we ever going to get this? Do we just need better timing? I think we might just need better timing. Okay, well, let's go down here then. Clear. Clear out all of this stuff. Oops. These ones are easy enough to get. Alright, we want this all cleared out here. Okay, let's get all of these cleared out. So we're gonna have 1, 2 going here and here. That's actually fine. And then you... Well, if we get you down here, we'll be okay. Well, that's not good. Oh, we opened all the red doors, so then you came flooding in. Okay. I guess we'll leave this one for last then. Where do you come from? You're gonna come through no matter what. So we have to put you down there. Oh, this is not good. This is really not good. Because now I think... Yeah, I can't get around that. Okay. We can't go through here until that's been done. New idea. Let's do this side first. Is that gonna let us do anything? No, because that's a ton of roaches over here suddenly. Kill you. Oh. It didn't say we had to start from that entrance. That gets us one roach there. If we run up as fast as we can, we're still gonna be in trouble, so we have to put you down here. Okay, we can put the roach there. Get through that way. Okay, and that gets all the roaches to the north of us. Has that done it? Oh, I don't like having you over there at all. Maybe this isn't what we want. Okay. To kill you, we're gonna have to go up here and chase you down. So I guess you're the easiest one to get to at this point. Also the safest because of our sword orientation. Well, I guess we're gonna wait. The thing is... trying to get everybody out, but then still got all of you as well. No, this isn't gonna work. I have to completely clear all of these roaches first. All the roaches have to be cleared. Let's not have you down there. I mean, that's not going to work. Maybe it'll work if I start here. More efficiently kill them like that. Nope. Still didn't get through, and then... Well, I can... Oops. Okay, well, we got through. Now we have another problem. Which is that we have to chase you up, but that's fine. With one Roach Queen down, everything should be easier now. Okay, that one's down. We cannot let that happen because I cannot actually hit that. I haven't hit a checkpoint in a while. Okay. In this case, let's just go here, get those out. Oops. That tunnel's facing north for some reason. It kind of throws me off. Okay, so when do I want to chase you down? I guess, actually, I could trap you on a roach. That would be terrible to trap you on a roach, though. I guess I want you in, like, here. So I guess we're actually going to wait until 26. There we go. That sends you somewhere much nicer. Okay. Okay, finally, got all the Roach Queens. This is why this was a memorable room. Steady Smite Master. Misleading achievement picture there. Still a lot of work. Something else about replayability of holds as well. When you're replaying a horde room, it's actually still an interesting process to go through, whereas when you're replaying a linchpin, more puzzle-type style room, once you know the solution, it's not really as interesting to replay. So it's an advantage that these older holds have.
Runner number 124! The 39th Slayer has a message for the Empire. Tell them that a Delver named Beethro Budkin is coming. He might be trouble, so send reinforcements.
Alright, those guys just wandering off that way. At a glance, I do not see a scroll. Just start with a slightly more efficient orientation. So the thing about this room, we drop this trapdoor and all the red doors open. So we need to kill bunch of these roaches before we do that, so that we're not going to be dealing with roaches on all sides. Might as well. Clear out that little bastion down there. And I think this is completely linear, right? Oh no, clear this and then... Ah, that's the path that I missed. Okay, go down this way. Which is fine, because I think that's the one we want to do last anyway. That one roach didn't have a more efficient way of doing that, I don't think. All right. So what do we want to do here? We probably don't need to clear all of these. Those ones at the top look like they're just a little bit too far out of the way. I should be able to handle it just fine by doing something like this. Not quite the most efficient way to clean that up, but not bad, I think. Okay, it was pretty bad. Alright. This room, open door, open, close. Open, but there's trapdoors. We can't get up there.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Remember that health is a thing. Do you want to hit that now? No, because we're not going down that way. Well, whatever. That orb up there is for health.
Door.
Got it.
We have to open that, and then we can open this ourselves. Okay. No challenge here, so that's pretty straightforward. Let's go up this way. It's a lot of roach queens. Challenge, enter from the south. Okay, well... Ideally you want to enter from the north and clear them out like this, but entering from the south makes this a little bit harder. How do we do this? This is going to be a lot of roach queens, I think. Maybe this approach, clear all of this, because then these, they're going to spawn over here, but we can deal with them, because they won't be able to go through the roach queens. Well, let's not waste a turn doing that. And then from here... Nope. Okay, that's that's what we want to do. Go down like that. Now I may have gone too far south. Because, well, okay, maybe what we do no, I don't like how this has turned out. Do I go for these next, or do I go for these next? Okay, let's change our strategy and just start over here and see what this does for us. Interestingly, I can step here and use the force arrow for cover. Which is fine, that roach cannot step off of that. Oops. I need a more efficient way of dealing with this. Because I'm never actually making progress here. Like, I can use the force arrow, but I need a way to go down here. That just causes all of these to get to us, which is not good. But if I don't do that, I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing over and over again. Which is really bad, because from here, yeah, I'm taking nope, that'll kill me. Unfortunately, there's one too many roaches up there. I think it's something like this. Okay. There we go. Just make sure we had the ability to maneuver through. Can't really explain how I got that to work, it just kind of did. Bottom to top cleaning. Yes, we've starting to have some fairly tricky challenges here now that are making me think.
But I seldom ever found them, even when I was around them.
This is just a trapdoor puzzle. Step on every trapdoor tile. Let's leave ourselves a path back. This is probably terrible what I've just done. Yeah, because now I have no way of dealing with this too. Okay.
Them secrets, they're
Well, that one's pretty straightforward. Let's do this one next so that we're not getting all the roaches coming out at us. It wasn't actually all that difficult, as it turns out. Unfortunately, caused myself a pretty big delay here. Alright, and that lets us clear this room from the direction that you're supposed to clear it from. So the secrets, they're abounding. See all the cracked walls leading through here. Alright, this room... Well, I guess it's the introduction to Evil Eyes, so I can say that about it. But basically... make sure you... Oh, oops. Fine, we'll clear that out on the way back. You have to drop everything. A methodical approach like this probably won't get me a first place, but... actually, it just got me killed. Oh, I can do that. Almost done. Alright, and now to just clear all the trapdoors. Fortunately, this kind of thing has sort of fallen out of style. I've also used up all of my checkpoints, cleverly, so if I screw this up, I'm going to have to redo it. But yeah, big rooms completely covered in trapdoors with a trapdoor gate on them. You don't see many of these anymore, which is a good thing, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep doing it this way. Okay, from here... I was gonna say let's clear this side first, but I actually can't, because I have to leave myself a path. I can, however, do this, and then one of these. Yeah, that's going to be a nightmare to optimize, that room. Anyway, I guess that's a place... Oh, yeah, you can come down here if you want to. Doesn't do you anything. Wonder why there's a grass tile there. Alright, well, oh, looks like there's a challenge in this room too. This is where we will pick it up in the next part. I will see you then.